I'm not only going to show you step by step how to get started with KDP as a complete beginner, but I'm going to give you a look behind the scenes at how to get AI, specifically Gemini 2.5, to do all the work for you. This means that you don't need any writing skills, money, or free time to get started. In fact, I think Gemini 2.5 even has a free trial. Right now, I'm going to show you every little click that you have to do to start your own KDP business, because I'm going to reveal the 7 simple steps to get started. So by the time you're done watching this video, you can have your own KDP business, potentially making money as soon as today, because these 7 steps that I'm going to show you are exactly what allow my team and I to do just that. Now, we've been selling on Amazon for 7+ years, and especially as we start to see now with tariffs going into effect, now is a better time than ever to look at launching a digital product. We've been diversifying into digital products and are already making several $1,000s a month doing so, and are teaching our students in our program to do the same thing. This information, we usually charge people thousands on how to get started, but we're going to be revealing everything you need to get started in this video right now. I'm going to show you my titles, descriptions, formatting, keywords, literally everything. The first step to making money with Kindle Direct Publishing is to come up with an idea. And I'm going to show you our tool that we use to come up with unlimited ideas for ebooks to create with Kindle Direct Publishing. And this tool is Helium 10. Helium 10 collects all the data from Amazon and will give it back to you so we can find ideas. Because simply put, Amazon is a search engine. People search things on Amazon when they want to buy them. So with Helium 10, we're able to see behind the scenes on the data to see what are people actually searching for. If we find a keyword that has high search volume but low competition, then we know it will be a winner if we create a great looking ebook for the platform. Let's go ahead and get signed up for Helium 10. If you don't already have a Helium 10 account, they do have a free version, but if you want to use all the advanced tools that I'm using today that I recommend, we do have the hookup, so the best deal available for Helium 10 is right there in the description. You can click that link and get started today. I highly recommend it because there's some really cool tools we'll be using within here. Once you're set up on Helium 10, we'll navigate over to the magnet tool. The magnet tool works to find related keywords. So we can put in a very generic keyword and come up with ideas that are similar. One idea that I've been thinking about lately is the carnivore diet. We've already launched 2 physical products for the carnivore diet that are doing very well. Carnivore electrolytes and carnivore jerky, which combined are bringing us over $150,000 a month. This trend of the carnivore diet is looking great, and I think it could make sense to make an ebook in that same area. So while we're on the magnet tool right here, I'm going to go ahead and just type in carnivore book and see what we have come up. Now that this is loaded, we can see the main keyword up here, some information on it, as well as lots of information down here. So what we're going to be doing, first off, the most important thing is to understand what each 3 of these things mean. Search volume is simply how many people are searching for this each month. We're going to be looking for keywords that have at least 300 people searching for them a month, because that is just enough traffic to stay afloat. Again, each product or book has multiple keywords that you rank for, so it won't just be 300 people, but this is a great basis to get started off of. The second number we're going to be paying attention to is the Magnet IQ score. Simply put, the Magnet IQ score is showing you the level of competition relative to the search volume. So the higher the number this is relative to the search volume, the lower the competition. We look for Magnet IQ scores that are at least 3 times the search volume, as that presents a good opportunity. So for this, we'll set the minimum Magnet IQ score at 900. The third number we see here is the CPR. The CPR is how many sales you need in an 8-day period in order to rank on the first half of the first page. If the number says 8, we'll simply need 1 sale a day on average in order to rank there. So this is good to keep in mind. We want to make sure this number is lower than, say, 25 as a beginning seller that's just getting started to sell on Amazon for the first time. Once we have the filters in place, let's go ahead and hit apply filters. Now we'll begin scrolling through here to find these winning ideas that hopefully we can build a book around. Now, not all of these are going to be book ideas. Some of them will be author names, they'll be brand names. We'll just have to keep in mind that we have to ignore these keywords. I like to think of this as sifting for gold. There's going to be a lot of sand here, a lot of keywords that aren't helpful, that don't matter, but what matters is finding those little gold nuggets. So sometimes we'll scroll multiple pages before we find a keyword that's really good. Let's start scrolling and see. We see the carnivorous cookbook for beginners. By clicking this button right here, we can open it up on Amazon to see what's going on. We do see a book that's called the Carnivorous Cookbook for Beginners, but it only has 21 reviews. It's not even that well reviewed, as well as this one below it. I think we could still create a product that targets this. So this is a really interesting keyword to start with. A cookbook could be really easy to create with a tool like Gemini 2.5, as we'll get onto just a little bit later in this video. Let's keep scrolling and see if there's anything else that really stands out to us. We see a lot of author names. Again, we're trying to stay away from those completely. Carnivore diet for seniors. This is a really good market. We see this book right here. It's only got 26 reviews, 4 stars. We could easily rank right below it and do very well with this. So we're gonna keep this in mind for sure. Let's keep scrolling and we'll open up the next page now. Low carb barbecue cookbook. I like this as well. We see some books here, healthy wood pellet, but nothing that directly targets this keyword. So I do really like this, although the search volume is a little low. We could definitely make this work and have a book that gets a few sales a day. Egg fast diet. Now this is super interesting. It looks to be something that's trending up right now. We have one book right here being sold for about $8. Let's see how they're doing, because this book looks like it came out about 6 months ago. With the Helium 10 extension, we can see exactly how well this product is doing. They're only getting 6 sales a month. Not too much in revenue. I think we can do a little bit better than this, so let's keep scrolling. Of these ideas, I really like the low carb barbecue keyword. Now, although this isn't incredible volume, in fact, it's much smaller than usually what I would go for, I like it because there's not any competition. So I'm very confident that if we were to create this book, we could rank number 1, which would bring in quite a few sales. This leads us on to the creation stage. For this, we will navigate over to Google Gemini. Google Gemini, at the making of this video, is one of the most advanced AI models out there, specifically the 2.5 version. It can process through large amounts of files very quickly, which is good when building out something as big as a book. It will require you at the very least to sign up for the free trial of their paid plan. However, you can get a 30-day free trial, which should be all you need before you actually start making money with this. Once you've updated your account, you should be able to navigate over here and go to 2.5 Pro. This is their newest model that will lead to the best results. There's deep research, but we can stick with just the regular 2.5 Pro for now. The first thing we'll need to do is create an outline for our book. Because it will take multiple prompts to put the entire book together, we want to have an outline to keep everything on track. While we're doing this, let's also open up a document in another tab so that we can start compiling this and putting it all into one place. Now let's give Gemini our prompt. Our prompt we will be starting out with says, we are writing a book called Low Carb BBQ Cookbook. It is primarily a cookbook with also information about the keto, carnivore, and low carb diets throughout and their benefits. Start out by writing me an outline for the book. Let's go ahead and click go. It is a thinking model, so you can even click here and see what is thinking on behind the scenes before it will spit out the outline. Great. Now, as you can see here, it has written out the full outline that we need, including all the front pages, back pages, and everything in between. What's great about Gemini 2.5 is it can actually create a good ebook. While other models struggle and sound very AI-like, Gemini 2.5 can actually create a book that will be useful for many people. So you shouldn't worry about creating a bad product. To start us off, let's take this first section. While there's subsections, the main sections are the front matter, part 1, part 2, part 3, and then the back matter. The next prompt we'll give it is start off by writing me the full front matter for the book. We're giving it the author name and any other information that might be relevant. Now we can even see that it has written a full table of contents that we will be able to reference as we go through this. We have the full introduction written in here with many pages, so once this is completed, we can go ahead and copy by clicking right here and then pressing copy. We can now move this over to our document right here. There are a few things right here that will need edits and formatting, such as moving these pages, and once we get these pages formatted, cut out the page label. We have a lot of great information on here. Specifically, we have a table of contents that we can now follow through. Now the next steps will be continuing to feed each section of this book through piece by piece so that we can get some great output. Let's start with chapter 1. Now that chapter 1 has been finished, let's go ahead and copy this, and while we copy and format it on the other page, we'll go ahead and get it started with chapter 2. Now that chapter 2 is done, we'll go ahead and get this started with chapter 3. All right, I know we time-lapsed that, but we have the entirety of this book done. It's a total of 71 pages. For a cookbook like this is very good. There's tons of recipes. I was even getting hungry just looking at them. They look to be great on their own. But we have a book. It does need a little bit of formatting, which is the next step that we'll do here. And I know we time-lapsed it, but that was 10 minutes. 10 minutes of putting a book together. Formatting will take a little bit of time, but once we format this, what we're going to need to do is get our Amazon seller account ready and actually launch this book. To join Amazon KDP, all we need to do is go over to kdp.amazon.com and press this big join KDP button, and we can go ahead and sign up. At the moment, this is separate from their Amazon selling account. So even if you already sell on Amazon, they will require you to sign up for Kindle Direct Publishing, but it is simple enough. Just just go ahead and sign up here, your full name and your email. If it is a business email, even better, as it will show that you are taking this seriously. Once you get signed up for an Amazon KDP account, make sure to connect your account details, including if you're doing this under a business entity like an LLC, you'll want to make sure that your account is also under that LLC, and set up all of your banking information and verifications that they sometimes can require. Once you've done that, you're ready to launch. I need to take a minute and format this book. I will be back in 1 second to go ahead and show you not only can we upload this book, but how do we create our book cover and some listing images that are really going to convey this book and make people want to purchase. And we have a finished ebook right here. It's all formatted and everything. We have all the important information, and by this we'll be going by Travis Carney as our pseudonym, our pen name. So we got some great information here. We were able to get this formatted thanks to our virtual assistant. If you're looking for help in finding a great virtual assistant, make sure to check out this video from Travis right here. But we have our book here now. It is 83 pages of greatness, of great keto barbecue recipes. We're not gonna do a photo. We're gonna leave this. We're gonna take out a couple of these placeholders. We're gonna go up here to the top. We're gonna expand this out, and we're going to download this as a PDF. Now, in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're gonna go over to Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, and we're gonna make sure we get signed up for an account. Now, an account is very important, as this will allow you to publish books on here. You do not use a seller account to publish books. You don't even use a regular Amazon account. You use a Kindle Direct Publishing account. If you already have an Amazon account, you can log in and get signed up and connect it. But right here, as we can see, we are logged into Kindle Direct Publishing. In order to create a book, it is super simple. We just need to hit this create button right here, and we are looking to publish a Kindle ebook. You can also create a paperback or a hardcover, and in fact, we can do all three of these things. But to start out, we will do a Kindle ebook. Both of these will be print on demand. They also make it super easy, and we want to go ahead and find our title right here that has been fully optimized to capture that keyword that we originally found on Helium 10. So the book will be called Low Carb Barbecue Cookbook, followed by Delicious Grilling and Smoking for Keto, Carnivore, and Healthy Lifestyles. We actually need to change this real quick before we publish the book to Travis Carney, our great keto barbecue expert. Now, and if we really want to, we can move this down here and do it in a way that Amazon will format this for us, which can be very nice. The primary author, again, is going to be our boy Travis Carney, which we will enter in right here. And there are no other contributing authors. Now we need a description. Now, while we could write this description ourselves, I will use a little bit of help from our handy dandy friend, ChatGPT, as we've been utilizing AI throughout. We've already used Gemini, but for now we are going to be just using ChatGPT for any of you guys to do this at home. We're gonna say, can you write a description of this book for an Amazon book listing? It used a lot of emojis. I don't know if Amazon's going to let us use these emojis in the formatting, but we're going to go ahead and move forward with it. We'll see if it lets us submit that. We own the copyright and hold all the necessary publishing rights. We can click no right here, and we do not need to select a reading age because anyone of any age can learn how to keto barbecue. Scroll down, our primary marketplace is Amazon.com. You can select your local marketplace if you are selling from a different location or country. You can find many options right here. Categories, a very important thing right here. We can scroll down here, and this is specifically going to be a cookbook. Inside of cookbooks, we can select some more subcategories. Now let's see if we can find something that fits our subcategory. We will go with special diet, as this is a keto food. We can go ahead and select some. We can see ketogenic right here, healthy, it's healthy, and I think both of those, low carb, that fits keto as well. This is the three categories that will fit us most. Our keywords will be keto barbecue, spell it out. And if you need some help, we can also utilize the help of AI to get this done. Low carb barbecue, we could even go low carbohydrate barbecue. We can go carnivore barbecue, and let's look back up here and say if we can use anything else. Healthy keto barbecue recipes, and let's go low carb barbecue recipes. We have plenty of great keywords that we put in here. Again, you can feel free to use the help of AI if you need some help generating keywords right here. We are ready to release our book right now. If you want to do a pre-order to do it to a pre-launch audience, we could do that. But for us, we're looking to get this book to market as soon as possible and capitalize on all of those great people searching for this title. So let's click save and continue and wait for this to load for just half a second. Next, we will upload the manuscript. This is the book's interior content. So that work that we just generated on this page, this is the PDF that we downloaded. So we will go ahead and upload manuscript, and we're getting a little notice here that they prefer a Word, EPUB, or HTML file. So let's go back over here and we can see we can download this as an EPUB. So let's go ahead and download it in this format. This is the best format for ebooks. We can go ahead and download it under the same name and say, I have another format, click upload, and we can select our EPUB version. Wait for this to upload. It's 83 pages, so it's just going to take just a second for Amazon to process through the full content. We can check this box if we want Amazon to scan other contents to make sure it doesn't use our copyrighted material. Even though this is written with the help of AI, we can still copyright this material. Next, we have two options, either to use the Kindle ebook cover creator or upload our own cover. By using the cover creator, you don't even need any graphic design skills and can actually design your whole book live here. As we can see, Amazon will give us lots of different options. However, I'm not the biggest fan of any of these, and I think we can do a better job, especially with the help of FBA Creatives. FBA Creatives is a design agency that works specifically for making graphics that convert on Amazon. This is for making your listings convert and look as good as possible, and yes, they even make Kindle ebook covers. So we've employed the team there to come up with a couple designs for us to use for this listing that I'll show you in just a second. But if you're interested in getting graphics done for your Amazon book or product launch, make sure to check out the 40% off code in the description to get your designs today. In fact, FBA Creatives even sent us 3 variations. We can check out all 3 right here and figure out which one stands out. I love this white one right here, but this black one right here also looks very good. This could be something for us to split test. I'm kind of leaning towards this white one just because the white will really stand out. But I do know that because Amazon is a white background, black will stand out on the white background. So I believe I'm gonna go with this bottom one right here. However, we can change this in the future as well. This is number 1. We'll go ahead and select the cover art and wait for it to upload and see if we get any errors. Amazon will ask us right here if we used any AI generated content, and we did use the AI tools in creating the text, images, and translations. We did the entire work with extensive editing. We used Gemini right here. We like to be honest in this case and be transparent about the fact that we did use AI. Although it can be a great tool, we don't want to mislead people into thinking that we did not use tools when in fact we really did. We can't see a preview just yet, but if we give it just a couple minutes, we should be able to, and we can fill out this information in the meantime. We do not have a publisher as we are self-published, and Kindle ebooks are not required to get an ISBN. However, if you do want to get an ISBN for your book, which is the code that identifies each book from one another, you can get an ISBN at isbn.org, which is the official site to buy. Go to ISBN and click Learn More. You can buy one ISBN for $125 or a pack of 10 for $295. Again, it is not required for doing a Kindle ebook. So to show you guys the most budget way of doing this, we will not be getting one today, but if you're really serious, especially if you plan on doing many of these books, it could be worth it to you to buy a pack of 10 or even a pack of 100, which is an amazing deal in order to do this even more officially. But let's go back to our Kindle ebook right here and launch the previewer now that this is ready. Here we can see our wonderful cover that we put together and then start scrolling through the pages. Everything looks good so far, although some of the pages have been chopped up in interesting ways given the formatting. This is not too big of a deal, something that we can easily work around, but this is just due to the format of the Kindle itself and the size on a tablet. On a different device such as the Kindle e-reader, this might be formatted slightly differently. But overall, I do like the formatting. I think this works very well. We can navigate between the pages and see all the information. I think we've done pretty well. We can go ahead and go back here to back and move forward with the release of this book. Let's go ahead and click Save and Continue. Next, we'll have the option to enroll in KDP Select environment. KDP Select is a free 90-day program offered to Kindle ebooks. It allows you to run discounts and participate in promotions like Kindle Unlimited. We have the option here to select whether we want 35% or 70% of the royalty plan. Now, public word domains are not eligible for the 70% royalty plan. However, because we are not creating a public work book, we can go ahead and select 70. We're gonna go ahead and select our listing price at $4.99 right in the middle right here.
This shows us at a 70% rate, we will be taking home $3.46 for each sale of this book after the fee that gets charged. There's also some currency conversion that goes through here, and feel free to adjust your rates depending on the marketplace that you're selling in. We have a couple pieces of account information to complete, so we will wait to publish it for now to save it as a draft. Now we're gonna go ahead and launch this book, and I'll show you the final listing, and I wanna show you the sales results after a few days too, once we get some of those to come in. So at this stage, you guys can go ahead and publish your book, and we'll check back in right after to see the results and how our page looks.
Now, it's only been a few days, but we've already got our first few sales for this listing on Amazon KDP. We can find it for sale right here on Amazon. And if you watch this and you're interested in getting started on selling on Amazon, whether it's with Amazon KDP or FBA, make sure to check out that link in the description to learn more and just start your journey of selling on Amazon. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.